Yo, how's it going, guys? It's Mark Scraper. And in this update, we'll talk about what's going on with Tesla stock price. In our last update, we talked about basically Elon saying he's going to be selling 10% of his Tesla stock and correlated that basically with this, what happened in the year before, in May 1st, about Tesla stock price is too high, in my opinion, his tweet here, and kind of what happened with the stock price back then and correlated that. And basically, as a recap, we talked about that there's a possible a drawdown of a 10% that we could be expecting. At least that's what history has played out, and psychologically what the traders do could be similar. History doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes, and so it's helpful to see what happens in the past to kind of have an expectation of what could happen in the present. Again, it doesn't repeat exactly, but the other line that we talked about that was pretty significant from a technical perspective was this trend line right here. And we talked about this trend line basically. We saw it back here. Basically, it was all in 2020. It was a acted as support constantly, and then it acted as resistance in 2021. So let's see. We talked about that we expected basically price to go below this trend line. That's what we thought. And if we could hold above that trend line, it would be super bullish. In the comment section in my last update, I actually gave some more details of some of my thoughts and perspectives. I said that I expected price to open below this trend, actually. That was kind of my expectation. Open below this trend. Now, we didn't go all the way down here yet. So what could we expect in the next days, maybe tomorrow's session 2? So if we look at basically, and this is going to be more technical right here, is that this price action so far, intraday, we had a drop down, a recovery, and another drop down. And this to me is looking a little bit like a bear flag if we just look at the intraday price action here. So what would be the technical expected move from that kind of move? Well, that would be something similar to that of like this, which is interesting because that would take us to the 10% drawdown from the history. Like maybe this doesn't happen in a single day. Maybe it happens over a couple of days or a few days. And maybe we do get that 10% drawdown before finding maybe some support and bouncing to the upside. So that is interesting. Do we go all the way down to 10% down here? Well, the first place that I'd be looking at to the downside, again, the thing to be watching out for tomorrow's price action is if we open above or below this line. If we open below this line, the odds of going further down is pretty increased, in my opinion. This is not financial advice. This is just what I'm thinking about. Another place to look at, though, is this gap fill that we talked about in our last update right here. So this gap fill is another place. Maybe we just go to this gap fill. We don't go all the way down to this 10% plus retracement, 10% around this, $1,100 level, basically. So that's something to watch out for. And if we do open above this, that doesn't mean we're in the clear yet. But one thing that we could be expecting to see is a move to the upside and potentially a fill of this gap right here. We had an attempt intraday to fill this gap, but we failed. So will we get another attempt and, seal the deal of this gap fill? That's actually a possibility. So we'll see what happens. Again, it'll be very key and telling to see if we open above or below this trend. Now, a quick thing of what is this trend and what's the price basically for tomorrow. So we're looking at basically a price of about 1163 approximately, 1164 and some change. So that's the price we'll be looking at. I hope you guys got some value in this content. If you haven't already, smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.